On today's show, we have a great spinnaker run down the inside of Garry, that's Fraser Island, while water-bombing aircraft battle huge fires ashore. We get up close and personal with tin can based dolphins, enjoy the social side of cruising in Garry's Anchorage, and hide from a big blow. With a forecast of a stronger northerly and possibly even northwesterly, yesterday we moved down from Wathumba Creek, where it's quite open, down here to Moon Point. Now, you come around the point and into a reasonably narrow channel between Sandbank and the shore, and while the water's pretty shallow, the protection here is fantastic. It's just a case of you need to keep an eye on the tides. At the early morning tide this morning, I think it was about a 1.1 metre low tide, and we were sitting in 2.2 metres of water. So with a 1.5 metre draft, we're quite comfortable with this tide. But I have to say, really comfortable. I think you could sit out at 20, 25, 30 knot northerly here without a problem.
This morning we're heading off to Garry's Anchorage. We really love Garry's Anchorage. Lots to do with some bushwalks and lots of crabbing and fishing. But we do have to catch the tides all the way through. So our aim is to leave at 8:30 this morning, gives us enough water to get out of this shallow anchorage, but also we should hit the high tide going through the Sheridan Flats, and we need every bit of tide we can get to go through those areas. So once we get to Garry's Anchorage, we're just going to have to check where that wind is blowing and how the smoke is covering the anchorage or not. Let's hope that it's not. I had a pretty hard night last night because of my asthma. The smoke was filling the boat because the wind did change. But this morning we've woken and we've got beautiful clear skies, and the only smoke that we've got is actually heading back over the island. So fingers crossed, and we won't have a problem.
Unfortunately, we're heading straight for those fires, but the good news is that wind is blowing the smoke away from this side of the island, so hopefully we'll have nice clean air for Karen as we sail on by.
Oh, nice one, mate. Nice one. Yeah, he's a good size schoolie.
Storm burning everything we know, dressing up as firefighters. You got me dancing in your storm, looking like a breeze, but really you're a forest fire. Looking like a breeze, but really you're a forest fire. Looking like a breeze, but really you're a forest fire.
checking our snubber for chafe because we're in Garry's Anchorage at Fraser Island and the wind is blowing 30, 35 knots. Absolutely nuts in here. This is normally the calmest anchorage you'd ever find anywhere. But man oh man, she's blowing today. With the tide coming in that way, the wind going that way, 30, 35. It's surfing Garry's. There's no chafe on the snubber. We've got 40 metres of chain out in 5 metres of water, so it's holding really nicely. We've got the anchor watch set. There's what, 3, 6, 8 boats in here, so we're not crowded. Everyone else seems to be holding well, so we just look forward to this wind blowing through and giving us some relief later on tomorrow, I hope. I'd rather go and get some crabs. But who wants to get off the boat in this sort of conditions? We had a lot of rain overnight, a little bit of a thunderstorm, washed the decks. We're actually leaving Garry's Anchorage this morning. We're going to head down to Tin Can Bay for a couple of days. And then every chance we'll sneak back up here to shelter from some 20 knot southeasters, 20-25 knot southeasters that are coming. It's all down now to being able to get across the Wide Bay Bar. The conditions are perfect to go across this afternoon about 1 o'clock, but we would only get to Double Island Point and then have to sit there for a day. Maybe sneak down to Mooloolah Bar on Thursday if the forecast holds. And then there's the ripping southeasters come in, so we'd be stuck in Mooloolah Bar, and it's an anchorage that we love the town, we despise the anchorage. It's full of derelict rubbish boats that should have been dumped years ago, and silty bottom that just has very poor holding. And when you get an outrunning tide and a strong southeasterly, boats drag everywhere, so it's not a place we want to go. It's pretty close to low tide, so we're sneaking out of here. Whoosh is in front of us, Karen's on the wheel. You can see the sand flats exposed looking back towards Garry's Anchorage. After the wind we've had the last few days, it was glorious to wake up to a still morning. Even better, the rain last night extended most of the way up Fraser Island. Garry, the traditional name. Hopefully that rain has put the wildfires, these terrible bushfires out that have burnt around about nearly 2/3 of the island now. But conditions are a lot cooler, that'll help firefighters, and as I say, a lot of rain last night, so hopefully the job is done.
It's the shallowest we've seen at 2.8, 2.76.
What are we looking for, Christian?
Cool.
Just
there. No.
going a bit slow for him to come and play on the bow, I think. Hey, hey, hey! You go and get the tape measure, mate.
Yeah.
Go. 45.
'Cause I was made to be free.
And he's back.
Mine's bigger, 47.
47 is still not big enough.
Go back.
I am made to be free.
Oh, I don't think so. I think he's a tiddler too. I want to put him back. Oh, step down so you can maybe.
Bigger, 46. Oh, they're all just under the 50 centimetre limit. There you go.
Got him? Grab him by the tail.
And the tail. Righto.
Well, I am made to be free.
That was a bit ungainly, but anyway.
That was him. Into a gymnast.
That was him.
He started flipping around.
Well, that's what fish do.
Thinking, where did I go wrong?
Oh, I tell you what.
Oh, I don't.
No, I don't think he's going to make it.
Oh, don't wrap yourself up, you idiot.
Oh, come on, matey.
'Cause I was made to be free.
9 hookups,
Well, we know
7
where,
releases.
we know where the school mackerel grow up.
Yeah.
These are all preschool mackerel. We need to find some of the ones that are at least in high school. It's a grey old day heading into Tin Can Bay.
Oh, right there. Look at that. Welcome to Tin Can Bay here. But we do have tidal drop and it shelves quite quickly. Yet to find out where we have to take the dinghy in. It's a fair distance.
We spent a couple of days in Tin Can Bay, long enough to take in the amazing dolphin feeding experience. Our lunch at the sailing club also had a bit of a wildlife feel.
Every yacht club needs their own pelican. Tin Can Bay's got one.
We then topped up our fresh provisions before heading back to Garry's Anchorage to sit out the forecast heavy weather. We did enjoy some calm days first, doing some crabbing, socialising on board Our Dreamtime,
Did I not feed you too?
more crabbing. We had a great barbecue ashore with most of the cruisers in the Anchorage, and Karen even whipped up a surprise birthday cake for Alison off the boat Lavindra.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Alison. Happy birthday to you. Hooray! Hooray! Hooray!
Oh, whose tablecloth though? I hate it doesn't burn. Anything again?
Woohoo!
Then the wind arrived and we were pretty well restricted to below decks.
So this could well be
We've been tucked up here at Garry's Anchorage on the inside of Fraser Island for how long?
9 days, and the weather has been, well, let's not use that on video. We might be kicked off Facebook.
Yeah, we had that huge weather system come through. People in southeast Queensland know all about it. Northern New South Wales still having floods.
Yeah.
Just 20 nautical mile away across the island at Double Island Point, there was consistent wind of 60 knots. And on Wide Bay Bar there were 10 metre waves.
And we have to cross that bar, Rob, to get back to Brisbane.
We do have to cross that bar, but not in 10 metre waves.
No.
So we've been holed up here in Garry's Anchorage. When it was 60 knots out there, we were having 15 to 25, well 15 to 20 in here with the occasional 25 gusts.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So it was very, very sheltered. We were fine.
Yeah, good choice, Captain. Good choice.
So we're looking tomorrow that we're going to finally leave Garry's Anchorage. We're going to head down to Pelican Bay at Inskip Point.
Shouldn't say that. I actually love the Fraser Coast and I love Fraser Island, but been a little bit cabin feverish, haven't
Yeah,
we?
we've got some work done. And as I say, we're finally leaving Garry's Anchorage tomorrow. We're going to cross the Wide Bay Bar on Saturday morning, and heading back to Moreton Bay and the opportunity to spend Christmas with the family.
Yeah, which will be good.
If you're enjoying our videos, please make sure you give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. It really does help us with YouTube to reach more people. If you also hit the bell button, you'll be notified each time we release a new episode. Come sail with us again soon.